Alright, welcome back. Well, thank you for sticking it through all four parts of the video. Again, I apologize. YouTube has some very strict length requirements, so I had to break this particular series up. Well, the last part that we're going to look at is the trend. So, how can we tell if this 1.36 is the an improvement over what we've had or a step back? So, if we go back to our form view, what we'll fill in is this trend indicator. Very similar to the status indicator. We've got a couple sets of icons to work with to show, good progress or a downward trend. And what we'll do is the same type of, case statement, if you will, to look at our trending. The only difference this time is that instead of looking at, values against our goal, we'll look at values against time. And this is where that today value really comes into play. So we'll look at, when our percentage code coverage is greater than what happened last week, then we're in good shape. So I'll go over to our measures and dimensions, and we'll look at the today week attribute. And that was set up as our time member, or time dimension table when we created this cube. If we look at the previous member, so the previous week of code coverage that's associated with our code coverage, if our current week is greater than, then we have an upwards trend. Otherwise, if it is equal, then we're neutral. We haven't made progress, but we haven't lost anything either. Otherwise, we've got a downward trend of our particular KPI. Let's save these changes and deploy our key performance indicator, or deploy our cube with our modified key performance indicator one more time. Okay, our cube is up to date. Now let's have a look at our fully finished key performance indicator. Switch back to browser view. Now we can see our trend value is filled in. Surprisingly, even though we only have a value of 1.36% code coverage, that actually represents an improvement of where we were. So obviously, early days for code coverage in this particular project that we're working on. This trend expression and the query that goes behind that actually deserves a little bit more attention. So I've got a follow-up blog posting that kind of goes into the trending in a little bit more detail. I've got a video that shows some of the queries that you can do to see what values are taken into account to report that trend. In any case, do appreciate your interest in key performance indicators and Team Foundation Server. As always, if you have any feedback or comments, please let me know through my blog or fire me an email. Take care.